Hey, yo, what's up, Barbecue Church? We are out here in them streets. I'm just in front of my house right now because this is what I'm doing. I didn't want to do it in my office because I'm like, you know what? It's kind of a nice day outside. I'm going to be outside. I got my Green Mountain Grill, my smoker, my pellet smoker. It's going right now. I got some sausage on there that I'm throwing together for the fam for the night. And then at the time that most of you will be watching this, I'm going to be on my way to Florida. Is what it is. So that's where we're going to be. So most likely the next two sermons will be from Florida. Yep, next two sermons will be from Florida. So I don't know where I'll do them. But we'll see. But I'll be in Florida somewhere doing sermons. I might just find somebody to do a sermon for me down there. I might just have someone else preach. See what happens. But go ahead and shout out to somebody if you can. Go ahead and say something in the comments to be like, we out here. It's great. It's great to see everybody. Just all the homies that watch, all the people that partake in the Barbecue Church. Listen, we love you. We appreciate you. And I'm glad that you just understand that you can eat with us. That's the thing. We encourage everybody to be on their faith journey. No matter where you're on their faith journey, you know that you just have a place with us. And that's just who we are. It's who we're always going to be. So praise God. We did that Easter testimony deal, and we had our boy Granger giving his testimony, kind of talking about where he's come through, what he's come from, and how God has just shifted his life, which is amazing. And that was great. And I had to edit some things, hit the button real quick. And the comments were funny because a lot of us just have understood. It's like we need real, we need honest, and we encourage you to be real and honest here as God continues to move in your heart and move in your life. And so it's a great thing. And, you can always be honest with us. You can always be real. You always keep it real because that's who we are. And, God says, come just as you are. So come as you are, y'all. We out here. So look, what I was thinking, what I was going through I was Luke 19. And coming off of listening to, hearing Brian's story about, just dealing with death in his family and looking at God like, what's up? And how his heart had to shift over time and how God did some stuff in his life, super dope. And it made me think about, it's Luke 19. It's a story of Zacchaeus. Now if you are a church person, you remember the songs we used to sing about this little dude. But Zacchaeus was this little homie who was the chief tax collector. He wasn't just like a regular tax collector. He was a chief tax collector. And if you know anything about the Bible, and if you don't, I'm going to educate you right now. Tax collectors were the worst of the worst. They were like, anytime they mentioned like tax collectors, it was always sinners and then tax collectors. It was always like sinners were right here. So every other sin was right here. And then tax collectors were right here. Shout out to all the CPAs out there. Shout out to all the people that don't have their taxes done yet. You are. But so Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector. He was also a short man. So they're saying that Jesus goes to Jericho. He's kicking it with the people. Zacchaeus hears and he's like, oh, I want to see this dude, but can't see him because he's so short. He can't see over the crowd. So what he goes, he runs ahead, sees the path that Jesus has taken, and then he jumps up into a sycamore tree so that he can get a look at Jesus, so that he can see Jesus. Okay. Cool story, right? So Jesus comes by, pulls up, and he looks up and he sees Zacchaeus and he says, hey, come on down, man. I got to stay at your house. Zacchaeus jumps down the tree. I don't know how he got down. Did he just jump out the tree? Did he just jump out and just wild out? Just like, did he fall down? You know what I'm saying? He was a little dude. How long did it take him to get out? I don't know. It didn't tell me. But I could just imagine this short little homie trying to scurry down this thing because Jesus was like, hey, I'm coming to your house. And then I'm wondering, like, how embarrassed are you if Jesus, like in the flesh, is about to come to your crib and you ain't clean up? Never mind. I'll leave that alone. Anyway, so Zacchaeus comes down and all the people around him were like, Jesus hanging out with sinners. Jesus hanging out with this chief tax collector dude. He's a low down, dirty, no good, nothing. He's like, man, this is bogus. And so Zacchaeus says, look, I'm gonna give half my possessions to the poor. He was a very rich man. I mean, he was a chief tax collector. He's cheating people. Okay, so he says, look, I'm gonna give half my possessions away to the poor, and then if I've cheated anybody, I'm gonna pay them back 4 times the amount that I cheated them out of. He had a change of heart. And Jesus said, surely salvation has met your house today, has come to this house today. Okay? Zacchaeus had an encounter with Jesus and it shifted his life. He knew he needed to see Jesus. He wasn't trying to follow Jesus. I mean, at this point, Jesus is famous. He heard about him, but he hadn't seen him. He didn't know him. He just knew he needed to get a look, and he got a look, and then he had an encounter with Jesus that changed his life forever. He had an encounter with him face to face, and in that moment, something happened to his spirit, and he said, you know what? I'm going to change my life. I'm going to shift who I am in this moment. See, the reason we do Barbecue Church the way that we do is because we want people to have an encounter with Jesus. We encourage you to find Jesus for yourself. We encourage you to start a relationship with God and then walk out your journey. That's what this is about. We got to do that. We walk out our own journey. We don't know. Like, we can't base our lives off of other people, off of other pastors. It's between you and the Lord. It's between you and God. And you just have to start that relationship, and you have to start that walk. And God is going to direct your path as you continue to trust in him. Proverbs 3, 5, 6, baby. Okay? Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Okay? And he's going to direct your path. That's how this thing works. So no matter who you are, no matter how decrepit or wild you may think that you are, no matter how much sin you may have done, no matter how dirty you may feel, or how unworthy you may feel to come to God in a real way and to find him and to see him and to have a relationship with him, you have to understand that it's all right, that he wants you to come as you are. Yeah, it just reminds me back to what Brian was saying. It's like Brian had said some pretty wild stuff to God. And God was like, it's okay, I still got you. I still love you. Look, in this moment, no matter where you're at, no matter what you've been through, God loves you. He cares about you. He wants a relationship with you, and he wants to be your God. He wants to rock with you. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've been through, this relationship is here for you. So get a look at Jesus. I'm glad, this is you. When you watch this, I feel like you climbed up into a sycamore tree. That's the thing. And I feel like you climbed up in a sycamore tree and now you found Jesus. Like, you got to look at him. And every week you get to look at him more and more. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm not saying, I'm just saying that hopefully I'm exemplifying Jesus. Okay. That's the point. Hopefully I'm exemplifying Jesus in some way. Okay. But yes, move forward in your relationship with God. Okay. This wind is probably really loud. Anyway, but look, if you don't have a relationship with God, you've never started one, it's super easy to start that. It's just a simple prayer saying that I believe that Jesus was the Son of God, that he died and came back to life so that he could restore a relationship with me and God. So I accept that relationship and want to move forward in that. And then you text Journey to the number that pops up on the screen. Fill out your information, you get a 30-day devotional that walks you through just what it means to be a person who follows God, who walks with God on an everyday basis. So that's what we out here doing, y'all. So look, we love you. We appreciate you. Maybe share this with somebody, tag somebody, anything like that. Say hi to somebody in the comments. Like I said, I'm gonna be in Florida next couple weeks. So going to be in the Lakeland area. It's Lakeland, Sun and Fun Air Show. So I'll be doing that. Then I'll be in Orlando for that air show, hanging out with a couple people. So it'll be great. I get to see people I love down in the Florida area because there's a ton of y'all, and it's going to be great to hang out. But smoke great food, do great things, be great to the people around you, and let's live our best. All right, we out here. Yay, yay. Blick, blick.